WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
Good morning, everybody. It's 5 o'clock on Monday. I'm Matt Barcaro.
I'm Caitlin Smith. Regina's here with our morning commute, giving us a look at that and get into our forecast right away. Now, today is not the start of the heat wave.
Right. We're close, though.
Yeah.
88 is the high, and it's going to actually feel decent for 88 degrees. It's not going to be oppressively humid. It's not even going to be sticky in some spots this afternoon. It'll feel quite nice. However, the heat and humidity start to build tomorrow. Highs in the 90s Tuesday through Friday, with the heat index near or over 100 Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, the National Weather Service has issued this heat advisory overnight for tomorrow for our northernmost counties. So that means the temperature plus the heat index, that's going to make it feel like over 100 degrees. And that may expand southward, including all of the Susquehanna Valley. We'll keep you updated. Storm Team Live Radar Network, dry right now. It's clear. Temperatures are comfortably in the 60s, average for this time of the year, if not a little below average in some spots. And look at those dew points, low 60s. Hey, for mid-July, that's not bad. 12-hour forecast today. We get sunshine in the morning and in the afternoon, maybe a few puffy cumulus clouds. Should be a dry day with a nice breeze out of the southwest. So our high today is 88. Then tomorrow we start those 90s.
All right. Hot all week. That's the headline.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And humid?
Humid starting tomorrow.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's 5:01, everybody, on your Monday. Hopefully everybody's ready for the hot stretch and have some cool clothes on, maybe an iced coffee this morning. Right now, across the Susquehanna Valley, no crashes, no incidents to start off your Monday morning. We're off to a good start. Let's say hello to Franklin County, Chambersburg there, I-81 and Route 30. Looks like a busy Monday morning. A couple of cars there along I-81. And if you are heading out of Chambersburg to Carlisle this morning, 28-minute commute, 48 if you're headed to Harrisburg, Dauphin County on 81 northbound, and Chambersburg to Gettysburg, 34-minute drive on 30. We'll have another update for you in traffic in about 5 minutes.
This has been a Lancaster Toyota traffic report.
Pennsylvania's state budget for the upcoming year is now in the books. Governor Josh Shapiro signed it. It's a $50.8 billion spending plan. He signed it into law just yesterday.
And that price is important because it is a lot lower than what was initially proposed. Cameron Ludley is joining us live in Harrisburg with what is in the budget and also some reaction from lawmakers. Good morning, Cam.
Yeah, good morning, Matt and Caitlin. And worth noting that this is actually the fifth budget to miss its June 30th deadline. But even with this signing happening this weekend, that was actually a bit of a breath of fresh air for many state lawmakers because it meant that they could avoid the months-long delay that last year's budget had to hurdle before it made it into law. Now, with the signing that we saw last night, Governor Shapiro highlighted some of the high priority investments that are helping make up this budget. Key for Democrats this year is the $11.8 billion that's now going towards public schools. That's up more than $678 million compared to last year. Meanwhile, Republicans, on the other hand, they're celebrating what's been saved, saying that the budget has cut down significantly on spending compared to earlier proposals.
We dug in and we found $4.5 billion in unused funds from the executive branch programs. We protected the rainy day fund, and we cut $1.1 billion from Governor Shapiro's original budget.
Now, the governor says that while he is proud of how this budget turned out, he says that there is still room for growth and that he would like to see investments into things like raising the minimum wage and expanding access to affordable housing. In Harrisburg, I'm Cameron Lovely, WGAL News 8.
All right. Thanks, Cameron, for that update. Education and police leaders are thanking state lawmakers for passing cost of living increases for some retirees in this budget. The Pennsylvania State Education Association says this will help 34,000 educators who retired before 2001. It says that they were struggling to make ends meet because they hadn't been given a raise in their pensions in almost 25 years. It says most of these former teachers are in their 80s and 90s. The Fraternal Order of Police also thanked lawmakers for passing a cost of living adjustment for retired police officers and firefighters. Appeal hearings start this week for property owners' reassessments in Lancaster County. The reassessment process is designed to adjust properties to fair market value, ensuring that taxes are more evenly distributed. The county saw an average increase of these reassessments of about 90%. The Lancaster County Property Assessment Office is offering a chance for property owners who disagree with the valuation that they got to file an appeal. You don't have to file an appeal for your value reassessment. Appeals, though, have to be filed within 40 days of getting your reassessment notice in the mail or by August 1st.
It's 5:04 and in Dauphin County, Harrisburg police are investigating a deadly stabbing. They say this happened just before 11 Friday night on Dairy Street. Officers say the man was stabbed multiple times.
Federal investigators say they have arrested a man from Hummelstown in Florida after police say he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl. Derry Township Police say they started investigating Christopher Horning in March. They say that he was trying to leave the country when U.S. Marshals arrested him in Florida.
Right now, police in Lebanon are searching for this man. They say this is part of an animal cruelty investigation on Walton Street between 11th and Old Cumberland Streets. Now, police didn't go into detail about exactly what happened, but say it all played out before 8 o'clock last night.
Right now in Dauphin County, High Spire police are looking for a girl who is missing. Officers say Samara Anderson, who's 13, was last seen around 5 on Saturday night near the Willow Garden Apartments in High Spire. They say she was wearing a black t-shirt, pink pajama pants, and a cheetah print head wrap.
Detours continue this evening on Route 72 in Lebanon County. PennDOT says crews will be closing the southbound lanes so that they can trim and remove trees. That road will be closed from the Route 322 East split to the entrance to the Spring Hill Acres development. You can see it listed on the map there. PennDOT says it is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock this evening and then wrap up by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Crews actually closed the northbound lanes last night in that same area for the work, but again tonight it's the southbound.
And in Dauphin County, concrete repair project is starting tonight on I-83 in Harrisburg. PennDOT says this is overnight work. It'll close some of the lanes in both directions between exits 43 and 45. That's near the 13th Street overpass. PennDOT says work is set for today and tomorrow from 9 at night until 6 the next morning.
Well, if you put off all that yard work over the weekend, you wanted to take some time off. Today, weather-wise at least, is a good day to do it. We're looking live over our Harrisburg Skycam right now.
Not bad at all today. In fact, probably the most comfortable day of the week. Friday might be okay too, but today we have temperatures around the upper 80s and dew points in the low 60s, maybe even upper 50s in some spots. So that's a real treat in July. We'll take it. High pressure is moving off the coast of Cape Cod. That's going to help to give us a nice southeasterly wind today and warm things up. So today, much like yesterday, highs in the upper 80s, but it's going to feel a little bit nicer for you. Temperature check, 69 degrees in Harrisburg, 63 in Lancaster. We have 66 degrees in Carlisle. Dew point temperatures are in the 60s as well, and they're going down just a little bit later this afternoon. So we'll call today comfortable for July standards. Tomorrow, back up to the humid stuff. Steamy on Wednesday. That's going to be the peak of the heat and the humidity this week. We drop to the humid category on Thursday and probably feeling a little better, a little sticky on Friday. So here's a look at your weather planner for today. We have brilliant sunshine to start. Comfy out there. Temperatures will be in the 70s at 9. For the afternoon, we go with 88, and then this evening dropping down to 82 with light winds. But the heat really does build this week. You'll see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday in the 90s. It's not as hot as the last heat wave, not as humid, and not as prolonged. So that's the key takeaways from this week. But boy, Wednesday sure going to be the peak of the heat and humidity. Back to you.
Thank you, Christine. Today in Cumberland County, crews are set to spray for mosquitoes throughout several municipalities. This comes after 2 mosquito samples tested positive for West Nile virus in Mount Holly Springs and also in New Cumberland. So from sunset to 11 o'clock tonight, Carlisle Borough, North Middleton Township, and South Middleton Township will have a truck like this coming through their communities.
In Dauphin County, we just were telling you about this concrete repair work. This is happening on 83, and you see there on the map, this is going to be overnight again tonight and tomorrow.
There are detours that continue tonight on Route 72 in Lebanon County. PennDOT is closing the roadways there. Yeah, we also had mentioned about that work on 72, but just a reminder that it's going to be in the southbound lanes tonight. It had been in northbound before.
Let's get to what's happening today in Hershey. Milton Hershey, of course, may have built the Hershey chocolate empire, but his wife, Catherine Hershey, helped shape the Hershey legacy that continues today.
And to celebrate her birthday, the Hershey Story Museum has a display highlighting her life and also her contributions to our community. That's where we find News 8's Gabrielle Thomas. Good morning.
Good morning, Matt and Caitlin. Well, every great story has someone who helped write it. And today we're going to be highlighting Catherine Hershey and the contributions that she made to the community alongside her husband, Milton Hershey. Here at the Hershey Story Museum, though, you can view a lot of displays and also learn a lot about her. Now, I do have Amy Ziegler joining me this morning. She is with the Hershey Story Museum. What can people learn when they come out here to the museum about Catherine Hershey?
Catherine was very influential in Milton Hershey's life and the development of the community. And I think the most important thing, of course, was he always said that Milton Hershey School was Kitty's idea. And she really was interested in helping children. They couldn't have any of their own, and so they really wanted to put their fortune to good use. And the thing I love the most is that when they established the school in 1909, she actually signed the deed of trust. And that wasn't something wives were doing. Women couldn't even vote at that point. So I think it really shows the importance of her influence on Mr. Hershey.
Now, this costume here, though, Amy, is super special. Could you tell me the significance of it?
Yes, so that was a costume that was custom made for Alexandra Daddario to wear in the new Hershey movie that's coming out the day before Thanksgiving. And while it isn't based on a specific dress that we know Kitty wore, it's very appropriate for the time period.
Okay, and kind of talk about her fashion style, and what she wore and why that was so important.
Yeah, she loved fashion and had beautiful dresses, but my favorite, I think, were the really ornate hats that she's always wearing in photographs.
Amy, thank you. Well, if you would like to come out to the Hershey Story Museum and learn all about Catherine Hershey, Milton Hershey, and how they contributed to the community, you can do so. This costume here will be on display up until July 19th, which is Sunday. I'll have all the information on my Facebook if you would like to purchase tickets and attend. Reporting live here in Hershey, I'm Gabrielle Thomas, WGAL News 8.
You can learn all about the story before the movie comes out, so you'll be armed with all the knowledge.
All the backstory.
Interesting to see if there'll be any differences, in the movies. They kind of take their own liberties sometimes. So,
study up now.
learn the real history at that museum. All right, Gabrielle, thank you.